think that I take it where I took it, huh? You don't think that I make it where I wanna, huh? But it's okay, I'ma let you mistake it. I'm on the road and I'm headed for greatness. I'd always been underestimated, yeah.
What's up, y'all? It's India with Lavish Talks. Today we're gonna talk about peer pressure. Let's get into it. So first, talk about peer pressure and the definition of peer pressure. If you did not know, your friends, your family, anybody around you, for real. And of course, peer pressure is when you feel pressured to do something, either in a good way or a bad way. What causes peer pressure? The causes of peer pressure include the need to fit in. You can also have low self-esteem, can cause peer pressure. Fear of rejection can cause peer pressure. And to feel the need to need or have safety from your peers. So there are different types of peer pressure that I didn't even know about. So it's positive peer pressure, which is, joining the cheerleading team or getting a job with a friend or starting a YouTube channel, something like that. But then there's also negative ones. So of course we know some negative ones. Stealing, doing some crap you ain't supposed to be doing, because your friends think it's cool, talking to guys at a young age, I guess, can be peer pressure. Back from when I was younger, that's what the peer pressure was. Talking to guys and doing grown stuff, that was a big thing when I was younger. So how to deal with peer pressure? In my opinion, let me just state that first. Bloop, bloop. These are all my opinions. Nothing is law. Like, whatever I talk about, it's just through my experiences and stuff. So, I could be wrong, and if I am, it's cool. I don't mind saying that I'm wrong, but I just want to share some experiences and some opinions and all that good stuff with you guys. So, how to deal with it? It's a few different ways, but first, in my opinion, know what's right from wrong. So if you know darn well that you're not supposed to be out at a certain time of night or whatever, if you're underage, know what's right. Just because your friends is out doing something and you think that it's cool or whatever, but you're gonna get in trouble when you get home, don't stay with them friends. Like, that's not cool. I don't think that that's cool, for you to get in trouble because you want to follow somebody else. Another way to deal with it, I would find somebody that you're comfortable with, to talk to about the situation, that you feel pressured to do. Now, I know that this sounds corny as heck, but I mean, hey, I'd rather you talk to me about, Johnny want me to smoke some weed with him. What you think I should do? Like, if you know you don't want to smoke no weed or whatever, then don't. You don't have to because Johnny is, or Jimmy or JC or whatever. Like, whatever. And then step number 3 to deal with it is to tell the people or the person who's trying to pressure you into it, just tell them no. Like, you gonna look lame, you gonna look like a square, but who cares? Like, it don't matter. It does not matter what other people think of you. If you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. But please don't get pressured into it, because then you have to live with knowing that you did something because of someone else and not because you wanted to do it. So, yeah. So that's somewhat about peer pressure. Now I just want to talk a little bit about, I guess, some experiences of peer pressure. Like I said, when I was younger, I tried to get I was in a situation where they tried to peer pressure me into talking to guys at a time that we knew dang on well we wasn't supposed to be. And the way that I dealt with it, I wanted to, don't get me wrong, but I knew I was going to get in trouble. So I didn't do it. So I looked like the lame friend, and nobody really wanted to talk to me or be around me anymore. So I lost friends from it, or what I thought was friends. I lost that. So that was, that's what I lost. But I didn't really care, because you can't make me do something I don't want to do. Because you think it look cool. But looking back at it now, it's really stupid that people try to get you to do different things, knowing that it ain't cool. So so yeah, questions, concerns, comments.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've been holding my tongue and spotlight. I feel like peer pressure, like with girls and with guys, I don't know, it was weird because it was out of place, because everybody be talking and be like, oh, I did this, this was fun, and this was that, and I'm like, okay, whatever. And then you think about it and you're like, okay, maybe once I try it, maybe is this, or, but then when you go do it, it's like, it ain't none of this shit. Y'all bitches lie like motherfucker, what the fuck? So it's just so contradicting listening to other people when you know you have to listen to you, and you can't listen to what other people are saying, because that's just them based off their experience. And it's not the same for everybody, because we all different. And we all gonna go through different shit, and everything's nothing's the same.
Yeah, for real. Like, I wish when we were younger, we listened to the adults, you know, like, you don't have to do nothing and all of this. We like, nah, man, you don't understand. Like, you don't get it. This is what's cool now and stuff like that. But the adults are right. Kids, the adults are right. Like,
we just rebellious because we feel like that there's this, I don't know how to explain it. There's like this imbalance between the relationship with the kid and the parent. So it's like, oh, like, you're not telling me everything, and you're not really fully investing me in what I'm about to come about. So, and then other people tell you, and you find out elsewhere. So you're like, oh, okay, what do I do now? And then you make the decision for yourself, whether it be good or bad, but you learn from it.
So would you say experience is the better teacher than adults telling you?
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean, but take everything that people say into consideration.
I agree.
Because it could also be the same for you, but it's not exactly the same.
I agree. Definitely. You heard it here, folks. Experience is a good teacher as well. I'm not saying don't listen to your parents. You need to listen to your parents. But, you know, sometimes you have to test the water and see, you know, because like she said, it could be one thing, you know, with one person, but you cannot like chocolate cake, but I like chocolate cake. But my parents told me that they don't like it, so I shouldn't try it. But I want to try it, so.
Sometimes you know what's best for you. Well, not sometimes. Well, yes, sometimes.
Sometimes.
You know what's best for you, because you're you, and you know what you like and what you don't like. And then you just figure it out from there with advice from other people.
Yeah.
You you don't know, ask.
Yep. Hey, that's good. Crystal is spitting some knowledge. That's good, for real. But like she said, if you don't know, ask. Like, please don't just try to go around and do things because you feel like you know, because, I mean, everybody gonna make mistakes. Everybody gonna make mistakes. But you can make less mistakes if you ask the questions.
And don't just ask like one person, ask like multiple people, and not just your little friends. Ask people that's older and even older. Ask everybody from different. I mean, obviously not no kid, but you could too.
Hey,
Sometimes they be
I learn stuff from younger people. I'm not afraid to say it. I learn stuff from younger people, even though I am 25. Like everybody has a story. Everybody has different experiences. So don't let age stop you from not asking or anything like that. Like, ask around, like she said. Ask somebody older, ask somebody younger if you want. Shoot, just ask. If it,
all that extra shit, like, you got time.
You really do.
You got time.
You do. This goes out for the young girls, the old girls, the middle girls, guys too. Sorry, it's not just a girl thing. Cause dudes get peer pressure too. But
Don't be afraid to ask for help. You too. Shit.
That don't make you less masculine. For asking questions. It's nothing wrong with questions. If you got a question, ask it. I don't care if it's a dumb question. Only dumb questions are questions not asked.
Yes.
Somebody told me that. I can't remember who, but somebody told me that. But yeah, if you got a question, ask it, cause I ask a lot of questions. So, but that's how I learn. Like, I don't learn from not asking questions. I learn from asking questions, whether they're rhetorical or not. Like, some questions are rhetorical, but I'd rather ask them than to not ask them.
Don't be scared to ask for help. I mean, obviously it's gonna be frightening at first, cause I'll be scared as fuck, still even not ask for help. But it's like, at the end
Oh, and we're back. Sorry, I got a call. I had to answer it. My psychic powers, she said. I'm not psychic, y'all. That was my mama. She being crazy. What's that off of? Hours? Yeah. I don't have superpowers. Sorry, I'm eating a muffin. But last thing that was said before we got stopped was don't be afraid to ask for help. Please don't be afraid, because when needing help, you go through emotions and stuff that you might not know how to handle by yourself. So if you could just ask somebody just to listen to you, and you might sound crazy, but it does not matter. Let somebody else tell you crazy besides yourself. Because sometimes you could not be crazy and just need some advice or something. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Please, if you want to, come on here and ask questions. I don't judge people, because everybody has something different that they go through. I'm not perfect. I made plenty of mistakes. Gonna keep on making mistakes, but that's just life. Like, I can't stop living, and I have a hard time asking for help too. So don't feel bad if you're one of them folks out there that has a hard time asking for help, but you can do it. You can always, come talk to me, because I like talking. I didn't used to, but I do now. I just want to help people. And shoot, if you need some help and I'm able to help you,
1-800-11-TALKS.
1-800-11-TALKS on YouTube. But yeah, though, like, for real, just come and talk to me or somebody that you're comfortable with. It don't necessarily have to be me. somebody you can confide in, you know, somebody you feel like can listen to you and won't judge you if you don't want to be judged. Someone who you trust, you know. Hopefully that can be someone. But if it's somebody out there that don't feel like they can trust nobody, like nobody, get you one of these. One of these.
That's so good. Oh,
and write it down. Like, you can trust yourself, hopefully. You know, if you can't trust nobody else, you can trust yourself. And write your stuff down. Like, get a blank piece of paper. Write down whatever is bothering you. Please, 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 please.
The
Seriously.
paper will always listen to your feelings. Not that paper, but, you know, the composition paper.
Not that paper. But no, on a serious note, for real, on a serious note, if you ever do feel like ain't nobody to listen to or whatever, I'm going to reiterate on it. Get you a notebook, a paper towel, a piece of tissue, whatever. I don't care. Get you something. And if you don't want to do that, write it down in your notes or something in your phone. Do something to where you feel that you are being heard. And if you can't talk to people, because I've had a hard time with talking to people or whatever, like it's kind of hard for me, write them a letter. Send them a text. You know, something. I don't know. But get that off of your chest. Please don't hold on to it. I'm speaking from experience now. Do not hold on to it. Please. Because it's just going to eat you up. And then you're going to turn into a person that you don't know. Like, for real. And then that's going to hurt you worse than just having that conversation. Having hard conversations, they're very scary. Now, I'm not going to lie. I ain't going to sugarcoat nothing. They're scary, you know, because you don't know what to expect from that person, you know. But what can they do? What can they do to you? They can't do nothing to you.
Don't expect nothing. Just do it. No, because when you expect, that holds you back from so much.
It
you
does.
just gotta just go for it. Be like, fuck it.
And just say it. Say whatever is on your chest.
It ain't even based off like trust. It's whether or not you can handle what was said and the whole how you handle the situation in the end. That's just what that is.
But
how you can deal with it.
get it off your chest. Get it off of there. You gotta say it. It might be hard. You might cry. You might have a little froggy in your throat. It's okay though, because you said it. So, you know. I want to eat my muffin, but I need a fork. Oh, thank you. I was gonna get up and get it. Huh? I'm bougie. I'm on lavish talks. Thank you. I don't like biting it because then it's too big. Dang. You can't get proper portions. But yeah, I want to go back to the topic because we kind of got off the topic, but that's kind of what we gonna do on here because sometimes, you know, some things just come up and you gotta say it. But about peer pressure, any school age kids out there or adults that feel like they're being peer pressured in a workplace or even at home, anywhere, it don't matter. Find that person, like I said, find that person or just tell them no. You know, tell them no about whatever it is. If you don't want to do no overtime, don't do overtime. You might need the money, but today just ain't the day. You know, don't let your boss dangle your job over your head or any of that, because that's a form of peer pressure, believe it or not. Like, it is. You can't pressure me to stay here and I've been here for 8 hours.
Money's
I'm sorry.
gonna give you an erection, but it won't be everlasting. Words of juice.
I don't know what she's quoting, but it was funny.
So,
But yeah, don't let people do you wrong. Don't do yourself wrong either.
it all starts with you.
Yeah, you got to take that first step. And I wish that I had somebody talking to me about peer pressure when I was younger like this. Well, like a conversation like this.
Like some real shit, and I know school shit, like, oh, cyberbullying, like a little, like one of them stupid little talks. Like,
Yeah, because those weren't real. Like, that was just for school. That wasn't no real super, talk. Like,
they just brush over shit. They don't tell you the actual or reality of stuff.
right. I'm gonna tell you the reality of it. And the reality of it is, don't let nobody do that to you.
You ain't got no criteria.
There's no rule book to life.
This button don't work.
It do. You gotta push it down.
I know. It's supposed to press the
It opened automatically though. Yeah, there's no rule book to life. But there's no specific way you should or shouldn't live your life. So I feel like peer pressure is the start of it. So where if you let somebody peer pressure you into doing something that you know you don't want to do, and I'm talking about negative peer pressure, I'm not talking about positive. I'm talking about negative. If it's something you know you don't want to do, that's the start of letting people run your life. That's the start of it. It starts with peer pressure.
you run that shit.
Yep. And saying no, who cares if you look lame? For real. Like, that's a big thing, I think, with school age kids. They don't want to look lame, or they want to be cool. But what is the definition of cool? Can somebody comment, please?
The air conditioning.
I don't know. In school, like, what's the definition of it? Like, what makes you a cool kid in school?
You're hip. You're up to date. Much bullshit.
Like, I don't understand it. I've never gotten it, even when I was in school. I don't understand it. Like, cool is what you make it, in my opinion.
Yes.
Cool is what you make it, because I wasn't rocking the latest nothing, but I wasn't failing out. I wasn't getting put out of school. I wasn't getting put out of class. People might call that lame, but now being grown and looking back, I'm glad I made the decisions that I made in school. Didn't let nobody, oh, come on, let's skip. My lame ass was still at school on senior skip day.
I was motherfucking teacher's pet.
You can call
colorful socks.
You could call me that. I was a sock queen. I was a sock queen of school. Damn, I'm done my
Niggas was
muff.
hating because I remember like it was in middle school, like the last thing I started to jack off because I was doing my shit.
You started the what?
Slack off.
I thought you said jack off. I was like, what?
I just started to jack off because I was doing all my shit.
She said slack off, y'all. Slack.
No, I had it all in the bag, and like I would be doing stuff for teachers and stuff, and motherfuckers would be mad. I'm like, you ain't got your shit together.
Don't be mad at somebody because they want to be helping the teacher and stuff. It's all right to be a teacher's pet. If a kid watching this, it's all right. Yeah. Peer pressure. Don't. That's my message. Try not to fall into negative peer pressure.
Don't be afraid to stand out.
Be that lame kid. Because then you're going to be the cool kid when you get out of school.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes when you leave school, you start to see that the people you was around every single day was just cool with you because y'all was around every day.
Mm-hmm.
Once you not there no more, things kind of fall off.
Switch up.
Believe your parents when they tell you that. Now, I didn't believe my mama when she said that. I was like, Mama, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, we gonna be friends forever. Swear. No, fuck, we're not. But, I mean, I tried to keep some friendships. I ain't gonna lie. I tried to keep some friendships that I had from school. Some of them stayed, some of them didn't. So, but, I wish everybody the best. If we not friends no more, I still wish you the best. I don't have no beef with nobody. I'm too old to be beefing.
We like chicken over here, and
We like chicken.
you don't even eat pork.
It's not beef.
Shit.
But yeah, I'm a non-porker now. If y'all didn't know, I don't eat pork anymore. But you know that beef crap that can go on too. I don't care.
Beef my pork. So serious right now.
No. No, beef comes from a cow,
Let me do my research.
and a pork comes from a pig.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So, but I've cut down on beef too, not purposely, but I don't eat a lot of beef either. But I want to become one of those. I don't know what you call them, where you just eat chicken and fish.
I think that's what they call it.
I want to be one of those. I think I could do it. Cause that's all I eat
I
now.
want
It's
to be a
mostly chicken.
vegetarian, but I'll be a damn lie. I'll be a fucking fool.
A vegetarian or a vegan? Vegetarians still eat like milk, cheese, like dairy and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
a vegetarian.
Okay, not a
Not a
vegan, because
vegan.
vegan don't eat none of that.
Not
Like,
vegan.
sorry, y'all, we keep side noting. Sorry, but I mean, hey, this what this channel gonna be about. Just gonna have some real conversations and stuff. So, yeah. Yes. Look here. I'm on. What's this?
It's a chick.
But yeah, you're on with Lavish Talks. You're in. My mama home. She all excited. Follow me on Instagram at lavish.india. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel. You know, money is good when it comes back to you. Oh yeah. Mom, do you have anything to say about peer pressure?
Peer pressure.
We talked about what it was, the definition of it, and there's different types of peer pressure. It's positive peer pressure and it's negative peer pressure. It's some other peer pressures too, but I didn't talk about those. I just talked about the positive and the negative ones.
Okay, so negative peer pressure, I can say that throughout school, I didn't fall victim to peer pressure because I was gifted with the gift of being a leader. Now, did I call someone peer pressure? Not knowingly, but people wanting to mimic your actions and things like that may have caused some peer pressure on the other side because I was considered one of the leaders of my class. There's a possibility that people wanted to follow my lead, which I didn't make the best decisions in high school. So, you know, some people did follow my lead. As far as peer pressure is concerned, some of my very close friends who went to school with me saw that I was like guys giving me money and things like that, trophies from dope men, but I sacrificed getting a high school diploma for this lifestyle. And I feel like I was the peer that caused them pressure. And I wish I could go back and change that because some of my friends didn't complete school and stuff following my lead. And that's not anything that I'm proud of, but it is.
Yeah. Okay, we back one more time. So you said peer pressure. What'd you say? Father. It's my father, y'all. It's my dad. My dad. You ain't have to come around here.
Oh no, it is what it is. Peer pressure. How y'all doing? Peer pressure is a bad boy. Make you do some things you shouldn't be doing. Or peer pressure can make you step your game up too. So it can go either way. Depends on how you want to do it and how you take that peer pressure. Shining out the boss.
So I said the ways that you can deal with peer pressure. I said this is just my opinion. or whatever. But I said knowing what's wrong and right. Like, you should know what's right and what's wrong if you being peer pressured. You know what I mean? Like, in certain situations, I know dang on well I ain't supposed to be going to rob no bank. You know what I mean? So, like, but then you could have them friends around you, like, come on, man, like, it's just one bank, like, you know. But then it's like, nah, like, I know that ain't cool. But then, you know, like, I've set it off. It's a movie, but still, like, that was a point of peer pressure. Like,
But also peer pressure can make you realize you're not something that you not also. Kane, get out the car. He knew he wasn't no killer. Peer pressure.
what's
Got
that
up
off
out the
of?
car.
What's that off of?
That's off of Boys in the Hood.
What was his name?
Kane.
His name wasn't Kane.
That boy name was Trey.
That's why I said, who
Alright.
is Kane?
No, shit.
I was just gonna say that sound like Boys in the Hood.
One on shit. He got his ass out that car.
He did, because he knew he wasn't no killer.
Peer pressure.
But
You know what I'm saying?
Doughboy was like, what you gonna do? You know, so.
Yeah.
Doughboy was dead within 2 weeks of him getting in that car.
But that wasn't peer pressure. He wanted to do that.
Because they killed his brother, I can understand that, but that's not
He
peer
was
pressure.
under pressure.
Yeah.
There wasn't no peer. Didn't nobody persuade him to do that. But peer pressure can be a good thing too.
That's
It's all about when you
I talked
surround
about
yourself
types
with
of peer
right.
pressure. I talked about types of peer
The
pressure.
peer pressure that I had is that I was the influencer over other people. And I didn't, now that I'm grown and I see and know better, I did them a disservice by following me. Because I dropped out of school. People followed me and wanted to be like me because I had the dope boyfriend, purses, you know, riding up in new cars to school. But I dropped out of school as a result of that. I took some people with me trying to be like me, and now, you know, it still haunt me with, you know, when you go to look for a reasonable job, you don't have proper education. Or they look at your GED or whatever you have on your application as a strike against you because you didn't do what you were supposed to do.
Right. I just wanted them to know my baby not grown.
Why not? Cause
None of us grown. We all still growing up.
okay, why
It's
So you
growing.
can be an adult.
You're growing.
Yeah, but you ain't grown. I don't hear it.
Grown.
Yeah.
So grown is at the end of your life. Like once
Hell
you
no,
once you
grown.
done.
When you get in the grave, hell.
Like grown,
Yeah.
like grown, like
I
you
don't
you
think-
done.
Like you can never say a tree is done growing because it's never done. Like picture yourself as a tree.
Yeah, you cut that motherfucker down.
So what is grown? Another conversation. What is grown? Like
You have growing actions. And some people just
mature?
stop.
Do mature mean you grown? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Can it be the level of that?
it could.
The tree that mature, it ain't getting no taller. It's going to fall
Mm.
apart.
What flavor is that? Have y'all ever had someone eat up all one flavor of your favorite candy? Put that as a topic on straight
And
up.
the thing.
A whole $150. Now I'm talking about it's 80 of them in here. Of every other stuff that you want.
It's always
20
a blow
of them is
pops.
gone.
It's just blow pops.
Shit
They're
real, man. Peer pressure. I'm pressured to eat these candies before my sister do. And if I want this flavor in my life, peer pressure.
There's a whole bunch of cherry in there. That's like one of the
Cherry, I'm talking about strawberry. I ain't had a strawberry when you.
You gotta dig through there.
I was finna eat when your mama took it right
No,
off the
that was
man.
watermelon. I only like watermelon.
I ain't even seen the watermelon.
I only had two. Damn, 180 something. I don't know.
And this is talks. You know, lavish talks with India.
Fuck, I'm eating grape suckers and shit. Louis, I'm going to work.
Again, y'all like, subscribe, comment, and please follow me on Instagram too at lavish.india. Yeah. See y'all.